Welcome everybody to an emergency fantasy news update. I am your disheveled goblin host, Daniel Green, and today we're going to be talking about a rather incredible update around the series Berserk. That is, with the passing last year of the author Kentaro Miura, many thought the series would go forever unfinished, but it was announced yesterday that that would not be the case. It has been announced that the reported best friend of Kentaro Miura, Koji Mori, will be taking over and finishing the manga. And on top of that, it's planned to start up again before the end of this month. Now, with this announcement, it has also been said that he was the one living person that Miura has pretty much told the entire story to. No claim has been made that the man actually remembers every single beat of the story, quite to the contrary, but he has been told what was supposed to happen with the rest of the story. Once the news broke, we also received a letter from Koji Mori that confirmed these claims and went on to elaborate. I think people with good intuition would realize by now that I know the story for Berserk up to the very end. Still, I cannot say that I can draw it because I know it. That is because only the genius Kentaro Miura can write a masterpiece like Berserk. However, a great responsibility has fallen to me. While I was alive, Miura said, "I haven't told anyone other than you, Mori, about the story in its entirety," and that was the truth. It is too big a responsibility. I thought I should talk to the fans about it through an interview, or should I publish an article with some illustrations, but that wouldn't convey the scenes that Miura described to me, or the lines of Guts and Griffith. Just when I was trying to decide what to do, I received a message. The staff are saying they will finish the last chapter that was left behind, so can you take a look? The last few pages of the chapter were incomplete. Some did not even have the characters drawn on them. I took a look at the manuscript without expecting much. Desperation can push people to create miracles. There it was, the complete manuscript for Berserk. "Mr. Mori, will you let us do it?" Miura's apprentice, whom Miura had been so proud of while he was alive, asked me straight. Company director Shimada, a mentor for me and Miura, also said, "If you do it, the company will give you our full support." I thought, if I run away now, Miura would say, "I talked to you about it so much, but you didn't do it." All right, I'll do it properly. I have a message and a promise to everyone. I will recall the details as much as possible and tell the story. Also, I will only write the episodes that Miura talked to me about. I will not flesh it out. I will not write episodes that I do not remember clearly. I will only write the lines and stories that Miura described to me. Of course, it will not be perfect. Still, I think I can almost tell a story that Miura wanted to tell. The talent Miura's apprentices have are real. They are brilliant artists. Many of you may not be fully satisfied with the Berserk story written without Miura, but we hope everyone's thoughts will be with us. We ask for your continued support. Now, that is just the straight facts of the story. I've already seen some people online saying that Berserk is being Wheel of Time, and I'll give you my full thoughts on that after a quick word from today's sponsor. And this video is brought to you by Babbel. Babbel is the quick, easy, and convenient on-the-go language learning app that lets you pick from a wide variety of languages to add to your lexicon. It does this through quick, consistent lessons you can do on the go throughout your day. Schedule a regular lesson or just pick it up whenever it's convenient for you in your busy schedule. They offer a wide variety of methods, including the auditory, or you have written or even speech-based lessons, or a hybrid of all three. Babbel actually lets you select specific lesson plans that you know will work the best for you. And so what's amazing is you can go about your day and continue to learn new and interesting things about languages that also include a lot of the finer nuanced details that many language lesson plans forget to include. This thing is full of interesting trivia about the language that'll help you actually understand the finer nuances of the culture even that you're trying to study. So if you would like to start taking just 10 minutes out of your day and select from the long list of languages available within Babbel, all you have to do is follow the link in the description down below, and you can get up to 65% off your subscription if you use the link right there. Back to the video. Now, yes, it seems Berserk is having someone else step in to finish the story, but I would not say this is the same as being Wheel of Time. While Brandon Sanderson did have comprehensive notes from Robert Jordan, he did not necessarily have a full outline from directly talking with the author about how they want their story to end. And it seems comparatively to where their two series were, Berserk is much closer to the end than Wheel of Time was when Sanderson took over. So this does seem like it will be closer to the original vision than Brandon Sanderson could even achieve with the Wheel of Time, in my opinion. I'm not saying Sanderson didn't do a really good job, I'm just saying he didn't have as clear a path and had to make more of his own. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to clarify that. And a couple other lines actually really begin to differentiate the two, because Mori actually says he will not not even try to get into any chapters he does not clearly remember from his encounters with Mura. What exactly that means, I'm not entirely sure. And as someone who's still pretty early on in the series myself, I don't feel like I can speak on whether or not the series was at a good point to end or whether it really needs to be finished. That being said though, this does seem like the best possible case for fans who do want to see it finished. You have an artist who was close to the author, who has been told a direct conclusion by the author and seems immensely respectful of that vision, stepping in with a talented team who already have been assisting Mori for so long, backing him up. This is going to result in, really, as they're saying, the closest we could at this point possibly get to the ending the original author wanted to deliver. I was actually at a point where I didn't think they were going to have someone else come and take over. I was just figuring it'd be thought of as an unfinished masterpiece, but I'm really excited to hear this. And the fact that it could be returning as early as this month, yes, June 2022, is just shocking. Like, holy crap.
So all of that being said, despite how rude it may sound to say for some reason to me, yes, in a very honest sense, Berserk is being Wheel of Timed with some very important distinctions that we've covered already. But I do think it's fair to say that this has been done successfully before. I know very few Wheel of Time fans who are not happy with how Sanderson finished Wheel of Time, and I hope Berserk fans can look at that as a possible example of how this could go right. It's not something that is normal, nor does it ever be normal, and no author could ever deliver the ending Mura himself could deliver. That's just not possible. But it could be a justified ending, an earned ending. I very much so understand fans who just do not want it to be finished if it's not the original author. I get and respect that mentality. But for those who are excited, you can look to other series and see it being done well. And personally, with this guy having talked to Mura and having this mentality of like, if Mura would wanted me to do it, then yeah, I actually am of the opinion that this is probably the most respectful and best way to continue forward. And having his artist apprentice with him as well, it's just, wow, this is the best possible case for something that, of course, is still based in a tragedy.
But the only thing I can really do at this point is to say that I am personally excited from where I am at in the series. I can't speak on whether or not the series needed to be finished, it was like right at a cliffhanger, or if it was at a place of rest for the narrative. And so I have to pass that responsibility on to you. Are you excited, happy to see that the series is going to be finished if you're a fan? Or are you wanting the legacy of Berserk to be more of that unfinished masterpiece? Let me know in the comments down below. This has just been an emergency fantasy news update, and I'm gonna go back to actually working on tomorrow's Berserk video.